All right, and we are live here on YouTube for the Watkins Glen Truck Race, the Mission, whatever numbers this is, 176. But of course, just as I was getting everything set up, my TV decided to tell me, "Oh, you need to re-input your password." So we're doing that right now while they are currently running the pace laps here. And if I'm not holding them up all the way, it won't register my clicks. Boom. Connect. Give me the internet so that I can watch my race. Alright, come on. Boom. Yes. Alright, hey, there we go. Thought I was going to Unity today. No, I decided against it because I have to be up early in the morning, and yeah, I'm not going this week. Not to mention with trucks, I wanted to be able to see if I wanted to cover if Zillich could get the triple done. So normally I would be going to Unity tonight, but all right, there we go. They are doubled up, ready to go racing here at Watkins Glen. But yeah, no, I will not be obviously at Unity tonight. Especially after last night, where last night ran really late. I don't want to do that again 2 nights in a row when it goes that late. So there we go. All right, well, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time, and they're showing a highlight from last year's truck race. Oh, nope, sorry, they're breaking down the corner. So again, your biggest passing zones are going to be into turn one. Yeah, turn four, which is the first start of the bus stop corners. Then you got the big carousel corner, which is always going to be a interesting one. I don't feel like there's a lot of passing to be done in the carousel, but it's where you can complete a pass if you start one in the bus stop. Weird that they're labeling all that as one turn. That is way more than one turn. I don't understand how they do their numbering system, but there we go. But yeah, your three biggest passing zones, though, down into turns 6 and 7, which is what they're calling those slow parts of the track. So yeah, they're calling the entire bus stop and carousel one corner. So you turn into the bus stop, apex the bus stop. That would normally be 2. Then you get 2 more off the bus stop. The bus stop alone should be 4 corners, or at the very least 2. Based on typical corner naming conventions, where a lot of times entry and exit are kind of the same. Again, I can understand if you count it as 2. I do not understand people counting it as none. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so they're going through the starting grid. Ross Chastain in row 4, Kyle Busch back in row number 6, and Connor Zilic will be attempting the triple header weekend, seeing if he can sweep all 3. We'll be starting in the seventh row. So a little bit further back than you would normally expect from Connor Zilic, driving the number 45 Nice Motorsports truck, who recently let go of their long-term driver, Caden Honeycutt, who had them, I believe it was 70-something points above the cut line, so yeah, kind of surprised that they didn't keep him. Parker Kligerman, we got Kliggy in the 75, let's go! Parker Kliggy. We got Brent Cruz, who was one of the fastest cars in practice. Chris Buescher driving the ThorSport 66 tonight. A lot of superstar talent in this field. Then we got some other names further down the list. Caden Honeycutt did end up finding a ride after his midweek termination. He will be driving the 02 for Young's Motorsports tonight. And then we'll be shifting over to Toyota and the 52, filling in for Stuart Friesen the remainder of the season. Speaking of Stuart Friesen and the 52, first off, health update for Stuart Friesen. He's home and is starting the road to recovery, which is all very positive things. We love to hear it. And we'll continue to keep you guys updated on health updates for him. And regarding their truck program, they've got Christopher Bell in there tonight, and Caden Honeycutt will be moving over there following this race, starting at Richmond for the remaining 8 races of the season. So there we go. Lane Riggs making his first career Watkins Glen start. Was not in this race a year ago. Thought he was full-time last year. Was he not a full-time rookie last year? I know he won 2 races. I assumed he was full-time. Or I thought he... was that 2 second places and a win in a row there. But regardless, yeah, he had a great season last year. I thought he was full-time, but I guess not. There we go, and we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Getting everything all set up. So Christopher Bell starting second place in the in the 52 truck tonight. So he'll start alongside his Toyota teammate Corey Heim here. And how are we this far behind? I'm seeing 2 laps. Oh, that's because I am like 5 minutes behind. All right, here we go. 3 laps in. There we go. I have no idea why it got so backed up there, but 18 laps to go here. Currently working lap 3. Corey Heim, Christopher Bell, Andres Perez, Sammy Smith, and Lane Riggs, your top 5 here. As we jump in there, and yeah, I had no idea it was on that much of a delay. So, they're working their way through this one. 18 laps to go. Chastain up to the 8th position. That puts him, actually, he's down a spot from where he qualified. He qualified 7th. Kyle Busch appears up into the top 10. Caden Honeycutt up 9 positions already. Majeski up 8. Some other big movers. You got Grant Enfinger, who's also up 8 spots. Parker Kligerman up 3 spots. So a bunch of people moving forward, but for every driver that moves forward, law of averages says that somebody has to be moving backwards. So let's see what we got. Yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Matt Crafton trying to settle into position here. He's got Caden Honeycutt just ahead of him now. So he'll be able to potentially try and follow Caden Honeycutt through this one. I'm curious to see what Caden Honeycutt's relationship's going to be with the Nice Motorsports trucks when and if he gets to them tonight. Because if he's racing around his former team, I can't imagine he'll be cutting them too much slack after they terminated in mid-season. Now, and the fact that everything that was worded was that this was not a mutual split and that it was actually Nice letting him go is, I think, a big part of why people are potentially more negative on Nice Motorsports, and me too. I have certainly not been Nice's best friend when it comes to their decision making here, but there you go. Brent Cruz, that's another story from this week. Coming out this week is that Brent Cruz sold 2 of his dirt racing cars in order to start up his own part-time truck series team at 17 years old. He's making his first start here in truck number 70 in the Watkins Glen race, and he will attempt to, I assume, a couple more races throughout the season. But so far, that truck looked fast in practice and missed it a little bit in qualifying. Raja Caruth already off track. Not sure what the issue is there. I do have some friends who had media access for Watkins Glen, so let's see. Yellow flag for the 88. I haven't seen that yet. And my TV is as far forward as it'll go. So either you're messing with me or we just haven't seen it yet. But all my graphics are saying we're still green. Let's see. Oh, Track has signed SVG to a new multi-year extension ahead of the race this weekend. Let's go. All right, so 14 laps to go again. We're still green here. Okay, getting two completely different reports there. One saying battery, one saying okay. So a broken axle and a battery issue for the 71 car is taking Rajah Caruth off track here early. So it's a really bad day for the Rajah Caruth and the 71 truck team. I believe they do have. Is this the last race before their playoffs, or is it next week? So let's see. Let's see. So no yellow. So I'm assuming it was just messing with us. So we got tonight and Richmond still for before the playoffs. So there's still time for something to happen, but as of right now, looks to be a fairly standard race here again. Corey Heim out in front of the field. Let's see. Where is Andres Perez? Because that could be a driver that could shake up the points grid, I believe. Yeah, so Andres Perez currently sat in the third position. He's been there since the start of the race. He very well could be a driver to watch here. Currently being shown 196 points below the cut line, but if he wins tonight, he would be guaranteed into the field. All right, okay, just had to double check that my mic was even working here. But yeah, Corey Heim though out to a 2-second lead over Christopher Bell here early on, and yeah, he is down. So at least for stage one, it looks like Corey Heim will control most of it here from the drop of the green flag. Chastain is stabilized in the 8th position. Connor Zilic up 4 spots from where he started the race. Will currently be riding in the 10th position with Kyle Busch right behind him. All right, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. We're just waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Here we go. Coming back from the commercial break already. Fairly short commercial break there for them. Alright, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. 11 laps to go here. We've crossed, as they were crossing the halfway point this time by. And again, right now, the top 10. Oh, actually, Zilich manages to pass Chandler Smith in the 38 truck, making some good progress up the field. Again, Zilich continuing to pass these cars. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch, the king of the truck series, currently stuck in 11th place here. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Just kind of looking up and down the grid, seeing where everybody's running. Honeycutt all the way up to 24th after a very bad qualifying effort in the O2. The 69 car of Derek White has lost the lead lap already. The only driver to have lost the lead lap. Chris Buescher and Brent Cruz, the young Toyota prospect, and Chris Buescher, obviously the Cup Series winner at this race a year ago. Both sitting back there in the 16th, 17th positions here. And the 19 of Derek Kraut. Not Derek Kraut. That's Daniel Hemrick goes off there. Sorry, got my numbers mixed up. Yeah, the 19 though going off there. That is not something you want to be seeing out of Daniel Hemrick. A bit of a mistake there, cost him a couple of spots. And so far, it has not looked overly easy to get spots back. And we got both a driver who overcooked the backstretch, overcooked the bus stop, currently serving his stop and go. Oh, no! I'm starting to think Will Lemire. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that name, but looks like William might be stuck. And yep, there we go. Yellow is going to fly here. Yeah, caution flies. Yeah, finally for a car that looked like it overcooked the bus stop and will ultimately bring out the yellow flag as the 19 of Daniel Hemrick was racing to pit road. The question is, I think he made it in time? The question is, though, if he didn't, what is he gonna do? If he did make it in time, then there's no issue. But caution flag for Will Lombros. Lombros? Yombros? I have absolutely no idea how you're supposed to pronounce that. Alright, well, we are chilling here. Hopefully, everybody's got this one. Let's see. Kind of just went up and down the grid, kind of talking about most of the drivers who have made up positions here, but this caution flag will give everybody another shot at Corey Heim here, as the safety truck is going to pull up behind the Ford, the number 2 Ford there for Rayum Brothers. And I say that we did actually talk with another driver of that 2 car who would have loved to have been driving that car this week. Although obviously the current issues not withstanding, at least. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so here we go. Pit road is open, and a lot of people are coming. A lot of people are coming. Looks like almost everybody's coming to pit road here. Alright, so here we go. We got Zilich getting his pit stop done here in the 45 car. I would be really curious if the 45 got didn't have an open pit stall in front of him and instead had the 02. Because if the 45 had to deal with deal with their disgruntled driver in front of them. Here we go. Lane Riggs jumps up 3 spots to second place here. Chastain up 4 spots to third. Zilich up 4 spots to fourth. Christopher Bell and Brad Perez both dropping down. Or sorry, not Brad Perez. It's Andres Perez. Both dropping down 3 spots each. It is a disastrous day for those two. That is unfortunate. Alright, well, I'm gonna grab something and I will be right back, guys. I'll run a quick ad to while we're gone. Alright, there we go. We are sitting back down. Getting ready for this one. Let's see. So both those cards are actually pretty playable. Alright, we're just chilling out here though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Okay, there we go. We're coming back from commercial break here. Let's see what we got. There we go. So it'll be 5 laps left to go when we go back green. And all right, 3 drivers did stay out. Giovanni Ruggiero, champion Ben Rhodes, and oh no, Kyle Busch heading behind the wall. No. You hate to see that. Hate to see Kyle Busch going behind the wall there. And it's going to be a terminal issue for the 07 truck of Kyle Busch. Whatever this issue was, it is going to end Kyle Busch's day here. That hurts. All right, here we go. Oh wow, this is Chris Buescher's first time racing in the trucks. What? All right, well here we go. Pace car is off, field in the hands of Ruggiero and Rhodes as we get ready to go back racing. Green flags out. We are racing here. Oh, driver's getting shoved really close to that fence off the corner here, with the extended restart zone being back before the final corner there. Now we got Heim trying to jump. He's jumped 2 of the 3 spots he lost already. So those fresh tires working out for Corey Heim, trying to chase down. All he's got is truck champ Ben Rhodes out ahead of him to try and chase down for that top spot. So let's see, what's it gonna end up being like here? We got, again, down into the bus stop. No major dives, at least not through the first batch of cars here coming through. Yep, there's the bonsai moves we were looking for. The 15 of Dean Thompson, way off course. Got a decent chunk of dirt there. I'd be shocked if his radiator isn't at least partially blocked there from that dirt. But again, that'll be something we'll have to wait and see. And with only a 5-lap run, he might be safe. But whenever you have to say he might be safe, that's not a very resounding endorsement. Alright, there we go. Alright, 4 laps to go. 4 more times around. Corey Heim takes the lead from Rhodes. There we go. So Heim takes the lead from Rhodes. Chastain, Bell, the other drivers on fresh tires here. Zilich, though, back in 7th, has not made a whole lot of spots up, given the fact that he has the same fresh tire advantage that Heim, Bell, and Chastain all had. And now Chastain passing Ben Rhodes. So now Chastain's out ahead of Ben Rhodes now, too. That is going to make that one even harder to see this one going in a different direction. Alright, so 3 laps to go here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. 3 laps to go here. Corey Heim. Again, Corey Heim still managing to get a 2-second... Oh, okay, I was about to say a 2-second lead would be an insane one if that's accurate. It is accurate. Wow, he is gapping the 44 Chastain. The 52 of Bell has also gotten out there. Zilich really struggling to make up these spots in the same way. I mean, I guess that's a nod to the experienced drivers being able to, one, have potentially a little bit more respect, and two, a little bit more experience passing on fresher tires. Zilich has not had that kind of experience, and he's coming down into the turn. It also could just be the turns that he's catching them at, but again, he's only made up one spot here in the last several laps. He's looking to try and make it happen on Ruggiero. But no, he doesn't. He isn't able to complete that pass on the 17 of Ruggiero. That is going to be a rough one. Alright, so there we go. Again, right now, Heim has a good gap. Then you've got Chastain and Bell who are right on top of each other. Then about another 2-second gap back to Ben Rhodes. So Ben Rhodes a little bit further back there. Alright, so there we go. Final lap of the stage. Corey Heim is going to win this one with ease. And here comes Zilich trying to jump up the standings just a little bit here. Again, that caution before the end of the first stage kind of shook up how this is going to go. So Corey Heim is going to win this stage. Chastain, Bell, Zilich are going to be 3. Looks like they might be 3, 4, 5. Or, sorry, 2, 3, 4 there. As, yep, there we go. Heim, Chastain, Bell, and it is going to be Zilich getting out ahead there as Ben Rhodes, Ruggiero, Sawalich, Hemrick, Riggs, and Mozak, the rest of the top 10. Yeah, Sammy Smith, the first driver to miss out on points there at the end. And, yeah, after that bad pit stop, Andres Perez does not earn stage points in stage number 1. That is unfortunate there. Alright, there we go. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Coming back from commercial break. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Again, the only so the only truck regulars actually earning points in that stage was Corey Heim earning 10, winning the stage. Ben Rhodes Ruggiero in 5th and 6th. And then Hemrick, Riggs, and Mozak, the only other full timers. Because Williams, so why is Williams so old? Is he not full time in the one? Huh. He must not be full time in the one. Weird. Alright, so yeah, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, well, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. commercial break, and you're not missing much here. We're just kind of waiting. Let's see. Alright, well, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, here we go. We're back from commercial break. They should be we should be having pit road open this time by. Alright, chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Okay, yeah, let's try and lock in here. We got a weird one. I wish we had a lot more time to get set up here, but definitely not as prepared as I would like to be. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're getting ready for this one. Looks like everybody, for the most part, has stayed on track. So again, Heim, Chastain, Bell, Zilich, those are your front four. So I'll jump into the fifth position. Okay, so your three drivers who stayed out at the end of that stage, or at that late stage caution, Hemrick's the only one that stayed on track, and obviously we assume at this point that he did make it to the pit road on time. So, everybody has made at least one pit stop at this point. But yeah, so Ben Rhodes and who was the other one? It was Ben Rhodes and I have no idea, but Ben Rhodes will be coming from the rear of the field. we go. Doubled up, ready to go back racing. So it'll be Corey Heim and Chastain on the front row. Bell and Zilich row 2. Row 3, we got Sawalich and Hemrick, I mean. Alright, here we go. All right, here we go. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. Let's see. Corey Heim does lead it to the green flag. Question is, how far will Chastain go to try and take this one? Round the outside, the 44 runs wide, but the 44 going to re-enter the track, and he's going to take the lead from Heim. Corey Heim has been passed for the first time today on track. For the first time on track all day, Corey Heim has been passed by Ross Chastain. Coming down into the bus stop. I'm curious to see if Heim's going to try and attack him back here. Down into this bus stop. Not going to really have much of an attack on entry to the bus stop, which means he's going to have to try and set him up into turn 6 and 7 here. As they go through the carousel. No, he's actually going to arm wrestle him off of the carousel, which is going to... Oh, and a massive defensive move there from Chastain. And there we go. Big aggressive move here into 6. Going to try and get a nose in there. Run Chastain wide. And then hope you don't get ran wide into the turn here. Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Corey Heim going to drag race Chastain to the start-finish line. Chastain, all this just for a lap lead. And Chastain doesn't get it. Corey Heim, leader at the line. All that for a lap lead. And Corey Heim, after battling through, turn 1 contact. Contact on the rear corner of the 11. There is a lot of contact here on this road trip. As here we go, the 44 not able to continue to battle side by side, at least with the 11. The 11 now can start to put his focus on trying to drive away. The 44 going to try and see if there's any way to attack the 11 back here. Problem is, if he does try and attack it, it doesn't work. He has drivers right on his rear bumper looking to take that spot. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are chilling here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, 15 laps to go. Again, these stages are fairly short. We got 20 laps, and then the final 32, I believe, to the checkers. But yeah, I mean, Chastain and Heim, though, that was an insane battle back and forth for the lead. And again, all that for just a lap lead. I mean, it wasn't like it was the last lap of a stage or latent race stage racing. Nope. Oh, bunch of dust kicked up through the inner loop there, the bus stop. But Corey Heim starting to separate himself. Then the 3 other guys in the Cup race tomorrow. Yeah, Chastain, Bell, Zilich, all starting to separate themselves from 5th place Sawalich. But yeah, if I'm Daniel Hemrick, I'm a little disappointed I wasn't able to maintain a little bit better track position. I mean, obviously, you gained quite a bit from where you were running, but it's not going to get you very far there. Alright, so again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Yeah, Corey Heim down into the bus stop here. He is just able to gap these guys. He's got that extra gear, it looks like, that the rest of the field just does not have. Alright, so they're going to a side-by-side commercial here. 13 to go in the stage again. Fox Sports throws in so many commercial breaks. At least for once, they're not doing a full-screen commercial, although they've done like 8 of them. Alright. So again, right now, not a whole lot has happened here so far. Man, so yeah, I feel terrible for both, for two of the 4 Spire trucks already being out of the race with issues. Certainly not the way you want to start a day of racing. Alright, here we go. 12 laps to go here in the stage. They're still running, they still got these Daytona, or Super Bowl commercials from the Indy 500 drivers going. And again, we got some good battles going a little bit further in the pack, but man, Corey Heim has just got another gear today. Alright, there we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Let's go ahead and skip around to ads here, and yeah, let's go ahead and lock it. Oh man, but the pace this race is going. This race is gonna be a short one, it seems. Man. Hmm. 10 laps to go. Heim has a 1 second lead. Chastain's starting to separate himself from Bell. And Bell's starting to separate himself a little bit from Zillage. Again, all these drivers starting to get some separation here as we get further into this green flag run. Oh no, the 2 car overshoots it again. The 2 car overshoots it for the second time today. This time he's off a little bit over the banking here. And oh no, Caden Honeycutt with a transmission issue. 73 points still good in the playoff standings coming into the race. Got fired. Goes to the O2 truck. Now has a transmission issue. And now Zane Smith appears to have a tire rub. Can we have a 5-minute break here? Come on. Who's that with a flat? Oh, is that the two with a flat tire trying to limp it back to pit road? So yeah, there we go. But yeah, man, a lot of issues here. Flat tires all over the place. Say the William Lombros was trying to get that one back to pit road. Zane Smith ultimately came down to deal with his tire rub, and now 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go in this stage, and it is just insanity. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so yeah, they go to a commercial break and somehow we did not get a caution with all that going on. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here, currently under commercial break, but no caution flag out for that one, which is insane. And even more insane, I just thought about this. Wait, Fox, why did we do a full screen commercial break if there was not a caution for all that? There was so much going on track to at least keep an eye on it if you were going to go to a commercial break there. Alright, well, 5 laps to go, and the 38 is on track here. So yeah, the cording on that tire. Okay, so the 38 had no choice. He had to come into the pits, and he's still there. And caution flag flies now. What? Oh no! No, who dat? Who dat? We got a truck off course here. Yeah, and say whoever that truck is, they are destroyed. Good, and that is Jack Wood in the 91. You NASCAR for putting the graphic up because the camera people can't pan to the side door so we can see the truck number. Because nobody memorizes paint schemes for Jack Wood each week. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. But yeah, hard contact. Glad to see Jack Wood climbing out the car. Always like to see drivers being able to climb from their race cars after a hard crash like that one. Alright, so there we go. About time, though, that we got that yellow flag coming. But yeah, man, that was a massive hit there for Jack Wood. Glad to see he's okay. And yeah, we're just going to have to keep moving on here. Alright, with 4 laps to go, are they going to open pit road for a quickie yellow here? Because we're going to have to go very quick. And yeah, it looks like they are going to. And all the drivers up on the board here. Weird seeing Christopher Bell's crew with the Stuart Friesen name tag thing to be looking for there. Christopher Bell, one of the first drivers on, one of the first cars on pit road. He might be off, and oh no, they're having trouble getting his car. Are you kidding me? They're having trouble getting the wheel off of Christopher Bell's race car. He's going to lose more spots. I know the Stuart Friesen team is somewhat unfamiliar with being with trying to service a car that's as fast as what Christopher Bell wants to drive, but come on! You can't be doing that to him. Come on. All right, there we go. Connor Zilic up 3 spots. And Connor Zilic taking the lead by going up 3 spots here. Heim losing 1. Riggs jumps up 3. Infinger up 14 spots. Wow. He must have had a really good pit stop there. Alright, so again, we're going to have a very short run to the checkers, so really, if you came to pit road there, you should not be expecting to earn any stage points here, although Corey Heim and Zillage are both going to restart inside the top 10, but again, I would not be banking on any of these, on getting any sort of breaks here. You know what, I'm going to run upstairs real quick and I will be right back here. Alright, here we go. Green flag is out. We were perfect timing there. Wow, I thought I was running late getting back down here. Here we go. Sammy Smith and Ben Rhodes at the front of the field. Caution flag flies behind. Multiple cars spinning. We got the Wait, no, no caution, no caution. They're gonna let this one run out to the checkers. How is that not a caution? How in the world was that not a caution? We had the 34, the 9, and I think one other car all spin out of the middle of the pack in turn 1. Somehow it didn't turn into anything bigger, but I'm amazed that wasn't a quick caution there. I mean, hindsight being 2020, looks like they might have made the right choice here. They will all have plenty of time to get back around before the field comes through. Ben Rhodes putting a big block on the 7 here, and it goes spinning again. This time it's Zilich. Zilich and the 13 going around. Oh man, and here it is. Ben Rhodes, stage winner. Sammy Smith second. Sawalich third. Heim got the 4th. Bell the 5th. Tanner Gray 6th. 7th Majeski. 8th Kligerman. 9th Ankrum. And rounding out your top 10 is Connor Mozak. And Connor Zilich is on the beach. Frankie Muniz, the first driver to miss out on stage points there. I am not entirely sure how none of that was a caution. But congratulations to Ben Rhodes on the stage win. And yeah, I think Zilich may need some help getting out of that gravel trap there. So here's the replay of the first incident where whoever that was, I think that was Frankie Muniz, overcooked it going in, spinning out the 34, and Timmy Hill in the 56 was the other driver involved in that one. That was insanity. And yeah, that was Muniz that just locked up the brakes into those guys. Again, spun 3 of them out, but luckily it was just those 3 and they were all able to drive away, so there was no crash site for everybody to be coming up on in turn 1 and then they had a second spin, coming through, turn 6 and 7 to end the lap. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And then I still... Okay, this is the wreck I wanted to see again. We can get one more replay of that, Fox, because nope, of course not. Which means I gotta find a way to get the replay because I want to know what I saw before I make any kind of judgment on it. All right, so there's the wreck with the other guy. All right, here we go. And it was actually I think the 15 of Tanner Gray that got into the back of the 13 that sent the 13 into the 45. So that was actually a Toyota on. Well, I guess actually that it wouldn't be. It was Toyota into a Ford into a Chevy. All 3 manufacturers represented in that spin. So they're gonna go ahead and got him out of the dirt, and we'll allow him to try and drive it back. We will not lose a lap off of this, and Ben Rhodes is gonna be your stage 2 winner here, as we are now over halfway through the race, 32 laps to go. I'm gonna run back upstairs because I was not done actually. I didn't find what I was looking for yet, but I didn't want to miss the call to the finish. Oh, wait a minute. Not what I was looking for? No. Of course not. That would have been too lucky. And we are back before the commercial break has even ended. Great. Alright. I don't think the card I need is going to be in here, but I do know of at least one card that I do need that is. There we go. Boom. Yeah, we're still not back from commercial break yet, so you're not missing anything yet. Okay, I did not find the card I was looking for, so put that back there. You. Mark that, that. Boom. Alright, so we are chilling out here. We're coming back from commercial break. Alright, let's go. Should be getting pit road open this time by, I believe. We will go ahead and see this one through. Just do. Boom. Boom. Oh. Alright, so this deck's actually pretty close to being ready to play. Alright, here we go. Doubled up, ready to go back racing. So, they must have opened pit road during the commercial break, but because of all the, so Bell, Ankrum, Perez, currently the front three. What on earth is this top three? Heim all the way back in 12th. Here we go. Green flag's out. We are back to racing, and I'm guessing that maybe the front 11 or so may have stayed out here to, well, the rest may have come to pit road. Let's see. So William Sawalich was the first of the people to pit after lap 40. Yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on that to see if the couple lap difference makes a difference fuel mileage wise here down the stretch. That would explain why some of these teams came to pit road. It wouldn't explain why others of them didn't, but because usually I feel like the teams are all pretty unanimous about fuel mileage strats. Alright. There we go. Alright, so again, Christopher Bell getting a little bit of a reprieve out front here. He's been basically tied to the hip with Corey Heim all afternoon, but yeah, as we get later into the evening time here, hitting 7 p.m. local time, say it is, and I am saying local time because that is the time at the track, and it happens to be my local time as well. So, but yeah, it's getting later into the night. We expect that fuel mileage could be we are acknowledging that fuel mileage could be a conversation here down the stretch, as it routinely has been the last couple of weeks at the Cup Series level. But for Bell, it's got to be nice to not have a teammate breathing down your neck for the lead of the race. Now, finally. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Alright. Not sure what I'm going to be doing the rest of the night after this. Alright, let's see. We got 26 laps left in the entire race. Again, we have not seen these drivers go more than 20 laps on a tank, as I don't think any of them have short filled or opted no fuel when they've been pitting. Alright. Please, let me go ahead and put that to bed just so I can not be hearing bings the entire. Let's mute them for 1 hour. Active servant just needs a quick little mute so that I can commentate the rest of this race. Again, Corey Heim up to 10th here. He's been dominant. He's been the dominant car of the day. Currently working his way up from the 10th position, trying to climb his way back towards that lead position. Again, he was one of those drivers who did pit at that lap 41 stage caution, so there is an option there for Heim. And Heim getting a little loose through the bus stop. Possibly a little bit of an issue there for him, or at the very least something to keep an eye on. Alright, so here we go. 25 to go here. Again, Bell starting to build a lead over Andres Perez. And again, a few of those drivers at the front, all on. The first driver who is on fresh fuel and tires is William Sawalich, driving truck number 1. He and Connor Mozak, the two drivers on the freshest tires here. And oh no, we got a driver with a flat tire. Number 75. No, Cliggy! No! Parker Kligerman. Flat tire for good old Cliggy, and he's about to get lapped here. And I say, if he doesn't find a way to get to pit road soon, he's gonna have the lead trucks trying to lap him. He is gonna be coming to pit road here with that flat tire, almost certainly. And yeah, there we go. Christopher Bell nearly wipes him out. Yeah, it does force Bell to go a little bit wider. And Parker Kligerman turning 35 today. Happy birthday, Cliggy. Unfortunately, your happy birthday gift is a flat tire, it looks like, but that wasn't me. I didn't give that to you. Casey thought I did, which, if I did have the option to give him a birthday gift, that would not have been it. I would not do that to Cliggy. I like Cliggy way too much to do that to him. Alright, so again, Christopher Bell currently in the first. He's gotten all the way back out in front of the field. Now the question is, can he hold on? He only needs to hold on for about 20 more laps. He just needs to make it essentially a stage and a bit. So the real question is, how far can you go on one tank of fuel? I have not heard what their estimations are for fuel mileage, but the pre-race estimations always seem to be way off, which is annoying when it comes to a very fuel centric league. All right, so 23 laps to go here. Andres Perez is actually keeping it fairly close to Bell here. So Wallace has made his way past Mozak, moving his way up into the fourth position here. He is going to be putting pressure on very soon here to the lead group. All right, so again, we are. Let's see, Brent Cruz up into the top six. Okay, is Brent Cruz? No, he is on an older tires, so he will not. He is going to be one of those drivers we're going to be talking about as a potential driver running out of fuel, if any do. It would be him. All right, so there we go. 22 laps in. And again, these are 22 laps to go. Just trying to find any talking points here, but they have is that contact. Come on, are your camera people really incapable of following that contact? Because there was some contact there at the back of the frame that got cut out. Both drivers seem to have kept it going the right direction, so it's not a big deal. But man, that is annoying. All right, there we go. And we are chilling here. Let's see. Ooh, we got a little bit of a flappy windshield wiper. Good thing is they aren't going to need those today anyway. But always something to keep an eye on there. But that is 70 of Brent Cruz. And ooh, Corey Heim up to 6th. Uh-oh. He's going to be a factor here before the day is out. All right. So there we go. All right. Oh, we got the 42, the 44 with Ross Chastain looks to have a flat tire here exiting the bus stop. Could be a spot for another caution flag. All right, so there we go. But yeah, say Ross Chastain trying to limp it back around. He's only just now exiting turn 5, and he's going to turn onto the access road of the boot. so we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. 19 laps to go. Alright, let's see. Man. Man, I'm just a little tired here, but alright, we're here. We got 18 laps to go. It'll be 17 at the line this time. Again, the question is whether or not Christopher Bell can make it all the way home from here on one tank of fuel. And if he can, he's going to be in the driver's seat for victory. If he can't, then it will be a race between Sawalich, Mozak, and Heim. And, yep, they're going to commercial break, so we have a few minutes here for me to go ahead and count up quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Alright, 47. You. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, well, there we go. Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, Grand Prix of Portland. One of them. Nope, that's not a open Sunday either. That one's going to be going head to head with Watkins Glen for Cup. That's saying next week Sunday is open for IndyCar to race without overlapping with NASCAR. Alright, so no idea what I marked off on my list. Oh no! Christopher Bell! Oh no, Corey Heim! Corey Heim overshoots the chicane and he is going to have to do a stop and go. Brutal right there. If we don't have a caution flag, that is going to really hurt Connor. That's going to hurt Corey's day. Brad Perez just turned the fastest lap of the day. And yeah, Corey Heim just opts to, gets loose entering the bus stop and decides that it would be faster to overshoot it rather than to try and make it and potentially wreck trying to fix it. Which, if we get a caution flag, yeah, he can now recover, but that's a big if, not a far from a guarantee. Alright, so here we go. 15 laps to go, and now Christopher Bell has a 3.5-second lead on the field. And it's hard to really see a world where without a caution, at least, that Christopher Bell doesn't win this thing. Because even if he does realize he's low on fuel, he'll be able to easily save from that distance out. Alright, so here we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So yeah, Christopher Bell, though, 14 laps to go. Yeah, and he could potentially get Halmar Friesen Racing a win to vault themselves even further up in the owners' playoff before they get their new driver behind the wheel next week at Richmond. So far, Christopher Bell out in front of the field in dominating fashion here. The only driver that's been able to really keep up and challenge him and really, honestly, overpower Bell so far today has been Corey Heim. Andres Perez does have the fastest lap of the day, which is interesting because I did not have him pegged in. No, we're getting a caution. We got a caution flag coming. The question is, what's it for? And a big smoke bomb grenade down the back straightaway. It's Tony Breitinger, who is now spewing fire out the back of that car as she pulls down onto the pit lane. Looks like she will park it here early on pit road. No, she's going to roll it very slowly here with the Dave & Buster's machine. It's a beautiful looking car, but man, that is a bad way to go out. So again, caution flag is out, 13 laps to go. And say these drivers are gonna have to try and figure something out here. And there goes Tony Breitinger to the pit lane. I know what cards I have marked off, but I haven't moved over yet. Right, so they're gonna go to commercial break. We are going to go ahead and get rid of this pile. Yep, Poffins. Those 4 right there. Then I will have 9 cards remaining. 9 cards left that I need to add. Most of which I should have already. I legit think I'm 1 card short on this deck. But yeah, we are chilling out here. Also, if you guys do like trading card game content, feel free to check out my gaming channel. We should have a new, at least, I'm hoping to try and have 1 new episode of that. My Tales from the Card Table series. The series where I go ahead and do post game analysis over one of my battles from one of my local card nights that I go to in town. And usually 1 to 2 a week, so should be able to get plenty of videos from those. So expect those over on the gaming channel. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to long-form content over here as well. That isn't just live streams, but right now I just don't know what the schedule is going to look like for that because I got a busy week ahead. Oh. Alright. There we go. I set those aside. I think I saw those, so that would be 6 of the 9 cards. 7. Yeah, then there'd be 2 cards I'd be missing. One of which I'm not even sure I'm going to want. Alright, here we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add these to my playable bulk box, because I think that for the most part they are bulk at this point. Alright, and we are chilling. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm gonna just go ahead and add these to the pile of booster packs here as we are getting ready to come back from this. So we got tomorrow's race will be a 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time race at Watkins Glen. I should be here for that one. We'll have to wait and see. And then Sunday, absolutely 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're not missing a cup race. Xfinity's just a maybe because I don't know how tired I'm going to be after work tomorrow. I'll give you guys the full intention I have is to stream tomorrow for the Xfinity Series race. I just don't know if I'll be able to physically because of how tired work sometimes gets you. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. There we go. 11 laps to go. Corey Heim in 7th place is going to be trying to fight his way back up to the field. And, they're doing a flashback to Ty Gibbs versus Justin Allgaier fight. Not really. I mean, I guess wild restart and leading to a fight is what they're doing that for. But I feel like there's got to be other examples. Maybe not at Watkins Glen, I guess. When I'm thinking of crazy restarts, or crazy finishes, most of the ones I'm thinking about with cheap shots and stuff are Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, especially for Truck Series. They didn't even show a Truck Series one. That was a Xfinity Series race here. Trucks have not been racing here all that long. Alright, so again, we are chilling out here, getting ready for this one. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Man. So they have not turned the lights off on the pace car yet, so we have not, we're not designating going green yet, and they are going through the restart zone actually right now, so they definitely are not going green. The moment. All right. Here we go. All right, lots of drivers coming to pit road. A lot of drivers getting tires here. The question is, will the tires be worth it here? Connor Zillage getting his tires up. He will be the one to watch, I think. Again, he went off track earlier. Ruggiero getting his pit stop done. A lot of drivers coming down pit road. I'm curious to see what the result is going to be here from all these drivers coming down pit road here right at the very end. All right, there we go. And oh no, they're having to go underneath the 99 truck of underneath the 9 truck of Ben Rhodes. They're having to go underneath that one. That's not good. That is really not good for former truck champion Ben Rhodes here. They went underneath it. He'll go ahead and they're going to send him back out there. So whatever it is, they must think it's either not that bad or that they fixed it. Which, considering how short a time they spent there, I'd be shocked if they got it fixed. Maybe they slapped a Band-Aid on it and they're like, well, you're only going to be out there for about 3 laps. Okay, more than 3. They're currently at 10 to go, and I can't imagine they'll run that many laps in caution. But I'll also have to wait and see. There we go. Again, we are chilling. Alright, let's see. All doubled up, ready to go back racing here. So we got Christopher Bell on the what will be the inside of turn 1. And you've got Andres Perez on the outside. We're ready to go back racing. Again, this truck series has been really tough to pass on some of these restarts here. Here we go. Pace car is going to speed up, leave this field in the hands of the 2 leaders here, Bell and Perez, as they head down towards this restart zone, and it will be green. Oh, nope, sorry, a little bit further. Green flags out. We are back to racing, and Christopher Bell going to get a really good jump out ahead there. Tyler Ankrum going to be side by side with Andres Perez for the 2nd position here. As everybody starts to fan out 3, 4 wide, and Corey Heim all the way to the pit lane. And we got a driver with a flat tire here entering the turn. It's Grant Infinger has a flat tire here going through this one. I cannot imagine we're going to get back around. They may try and let this one go for a little while, but I think we are going to see another caution and another restart. But right now, Corey Heim is driving like a man on a mission here. Around the outside of the S's. On the outside currently of Connor Mozak, driver on the same strategy as him. Driving down into the bus stop. And Corey Heim making that pass on Mozak. His next sights are now going to be set on Tyler Ankrum, a driver who is on that slightly shorter fuel stint. But again, I think the caution laps from that last yellow put any fears anyone may have had to rest of whether or not they were going to make it to the end of this one. So, again, 9 laps to go here. Perez still with the fastest lap of the day, which is, again, insane to think about with how fast Corey Heim has been, and he's had clean air. So, I know he hasn't had to push it, but so one would imagine it's a lot easier to push it when you're out in front of the field for 34 laps. There we go. Corey Heim going to run Ankrum wide there, and that's going to go ahead and give yet another spot to Heim. Heim up into the 4th position. We're going to be looking for 3rd here. He's going to be looking for 3rd into the bus stop. It's him versus Sawalich. Those are the two drivers on the fresher tires. And we do have a yellow flag flying. Yellow, yellow. Oh, big crash for Tanner Gray. Oh my gosh. A little bit of contact there with Brent Cruz as he was just trying to, as Gray was just trying to figure out if his truck was still a truck at that point. Because that was a massive hit down the back straightaway. Yikes. Oh, but yeah, man, that was an insane hit for Tanner Gray. Again, glad to see he is theoretically okay since he's decided to drive this truck all the way back to the pit lane and he's just going to drive it to pit road. I mean, I guess it's courteous to the other drivers to not make the tow truck go out and get him, but alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so again, we are currently under yet another caution flag here late in this one. Yeah, Corey Heim's going to get another shot to pick off the three drivers ahead of him. So, another restart. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We are currently under caution flag here for Tanner Gray going around. An absolutely vicious hit. Again, everything seems to sign that the driver is okay as he drove it back to pit lane, and that was he ended up choosing to stay on track there. But again, that's going to be one of those things we're going to have to keep an eye on throughout this one. But yeah, we are getting ready for this one. Let's see. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Again, I'm really curious to see how Christopher Bell handles this restart when Corey Heim is almost certainly going to be making at least one pass into turn one, if not two. Because if Corey Heim can pass two cars into turn two by the time they get around to two, he'll be pretty much on Bell's rear bumper entering the bus stop, which is going to be tight. Now, we're not going to have a lot of time left when we go back racing. It's only probably going to be about a 2-3 lap restart here. Depending on how fast they get this Armco barrier fixed back up, which is the barrier that Tanner Gray hit down the back straightaway, the blue barriers. For anyone who doesn't know, yeah, they're called Armco barriers. I believe that's the material they're made out of, if I'm not mistaken. I could be very wrong on that. Alright, so there we go. So we'll do another look through this to make sure I'm not missing anything obvious. Okay, nope, not seeing anything there, so we're good. Alright, we should be getting, as I say, it looks like they're going to be getting ready to double back up, so we might be going green with about 4 laps to, with 3 or 4 laps, with 4 or 5 laps to go. 4 or 5 laps to go when we go green. Alright, here we go. Pit road is open. And we got some drivers coming down pit road. I don't think any of them are really going to play any factor at the end of this race. I think if you want to win this race, you need to have already made your last pit stop. And you need to basically be playing for the end of the race at this point. Again, Corey Heim in 4th. Really, I think anyone behind like Majeski in 7th is going to really struggle to make it up there. Now, granted, everybody behind Majeski pretty much has fresher tires. But you're going to have like 4, maybe 3 laps to go and you go green at this point, which is going to be a very short space to try and get this one done. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so they're talking with Jimmy Villeneuve, the crew chief on Christopher Bell's number 52 machine. Alright, let's go ahead and skip around to ads here for everybody. And yeah, let's see what we got going on here. So there we go, splitting the field here half and half as they are exiting the bus stop. So it'll be Bell, Perez on the front row, Sawalich, and Corey Heim will be on the outside of row 2 through through turn 1, which means he'll have preferred lane for the for the first corner of the S's if he can manage to stay side by side, or if he pass on the outside where there is a little bit more space. Just problem is grip might be a little bit tough to come by out there. Alright, there we go. Here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. Let's see. It's going to be Bell out in front. Perez to second. Third place, the one of Swalch is going to hold on to third. And Corey Heim is going to have to battle it out for fourth here as Corey Heim not getting quite the restart we expected out of him. He settles into fourth place. He does hold off Mozak for the fourth position here. As we got battling behind that group, battling side by side, it looks like Brent Cruz wouldn't be that far off the grid. But here we go, side by side, we got the 1 and the 77. No, and they're going to take each other out of the equation. The 1 and the 77 take each other out of the equation. Both of them going wide through the bus stop. Both of them losing significant spots here. And depending on the ruling, may be told to do a stop and go, although I don't think they will, considering they both lost considerable spots anyway, and so they certainly didn't gain any time, and I don't think anyone can say that they were trying to do that to gain an advantage. So now you've got Bell and Heim. 1, 2, oh no! Ben Rhodes loses a wheel off of the car, and into the wall goes Ben Rhodes. His day is done, and man, we're going overtime racing. We are going overtime racing here. Man, that truck is destroyed. Yep, that is a destroyed race car there. Alright, there we go. That is a rough hit there for Rhodes. So Ben Rhodes with a really rough hit there. There we go. Ben Rhodes climbs out of his car after losing a wheel off of it. Glad to see he's okay. Climbing out of there, and he's just walking to go check on the other side of the car. Always, I will say, it is nice to see some of these drivers actually, looking at their race cars after the crashes. Even though most of them, especially these days, don't actually work on the cars much. Truck series, I think they do work a little bit more on the trucks than they do at the Xfinity and certainly the Cup level. The Cup guys are superstars. They don't work on their own equipment. So yeah, there we go. Put all of these into playable bulk. I gotta have the card I'm looking for somewhere around here. So Alright, so again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time, but, man, I feel terrible for Ben Rhodes just watching that happen. That was a hard hit. I know we've said that a lot today, but. So there we go. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's see. Let's see. There we go. Two. Alright, so there we go. We've got, again, overtime. It'll be a 2-lap restart when we get the restart going here. Alright, let's see. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's see. Again, we're getting ready for this restart. It's going to be an insane fight between the Cup Series regular Christopher Bell in probably the slightly lesser equipment in the truck versus the slightly better equipped, the slightly better equipped Tricon Garage with Corey Heim, Truck Series regular, who has made spot Cup Series starts. Looking for, but play a lot of it. we're just chilling out here. All right, they separated. It's going to be Bellheim on the front row, as we all expected here, as they are now a one turn away from the restart zone. Bozak, Ankrum, row 2. Row 3, Ruggiero and Majeski. Perez and Hemrick in row 4. Row 5, Garcia and Sawalich. Sutton and Smith will be row 6. Row 7 is where we find Brent Cruz and Matt Crafton. And really, if you're not starting inside this top 7, 8, I think you're going to really have a really tough time here to win it in single overtime. Pace cars off. Field in the hands of the 52 and the 11. Green flags out. We are racing here at Watkins Glen. Overtime racing. Let's see. Will it be Christopher Bell or Corey Heim? Two drivers both likely racing in the Cup Series for Toyota in the next 2 to 3 years. Here comes this 52. Oh, sends the 11 a little wide. They all managed to just about stay on, get back on the track there before the corner. Corey Heim does get clear, though, of Christopher Bell. Bell fights his way ahead of Ankrum to avoid going side by side with Ankrum down the straightaway, so Ankrum can't side draft him and slow him down. But Corey Heim in command here, and a flat tire for the 52. The 52 has got a massive tire rub down the back straightaway. Not actually flat yet, but it will be flat soon. Oh, and a spin in the back. We got a spin, and now Christopher Bell's shot to win the race is done. Andres Perez goes around. Yeah, Christopher Bell, because he won't be able to do a restart on that tire, I don't think. I think they're going to have to bring him in and pull that fender out, which is or do they risk it? That would be insanely gutsy if they try to restart on that fender that is dragging the tire. But yeah, Andres Perez, Connor Mozak both going around in the, I think it was Mozak going around there. And yeah, here comes Bell to pit road. A closed pit road for Christopher Bell, so he's going to start tail end of the longest line. Honestly, it's probably restarting there regardless, because he was going to have to come down pit road. And he was probably the only one coming down pit road in overtime here. Alright, so again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's see. I see we jumped up a subscriber? Nope. Or if we did, we must have dropped back down after the stream we were doing. After this stream, so. Alright, again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. The 45 of Connor Zilic. 7 laps since he last put on tires. He's got really fresh tires up inside the top 7. Could Connor Zilic roar his way back into this one? Because if Connor Zilic still has a shot at the triple, I will be very interested in tomorrow's race. But, so as of right now, though, we are just chilling out here waiting to see what's going to happen. That one actually in here, because that's an extremely playable card. So again, they're going to go ahead and have to repair some more of these tire barriers. Going to great lengths to try and make sure this track is ready. Alright, there we go. so here we go. Checking some Twitter updates. And oh, here comes Tyler Ankrum coming down pit road. Tyler Ankrum will come down pit road for his for service here. They said they're gonna do 4 tires and fuel. I'm assuming they are not. Okay, yeah, they are gonna fill him up. I think he may have been on the same fuel strategy and been low on fuel potentially, but also I believe he was the one that that caused the tire rub on the 52, and he wanted to make sure that he didn't have a tire rub as well, because typically it's somewhat rare that you give a tire rub and don't end up with one yourself. All right, there we go. We are chilling here. Let's see. But yeah, man, that is just such a massive wreck. Let's see. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so yeah, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Man. Alright, here we go. They're getting a promo ready for Richmond. Here we go. Richmond Raceway. The last stop for these truckers before they go Truck Series playoff racing. Friday, August 15th. Yeah. Again, the last chance for some of these drivers. Currently, Jake Garcia 19 points above the cut line. Truck champion Ben Rhodes, who we saw crash out a few moments ago. Currently, the first driver out, 19 points shy of the playoffs. He's going to need a big day. Caden Honeycutt will stay eligible for the Truck Series playoffs. But they've already gone and removed Stuart Friesen off of this list, as Stuart Friesen was previously in with his win. Unfortunately, he will not be able to be a part of the Truck Series playoffs, as it is extremely unlikely that he returns in time. And considering the fact that they've named Honeycutt the replacement driver for the entire playoffs, I'm guessing that he's not recovering from. And given the extent of his injuries, race. I don't expect him back this year, and I just hope that if he wants to race again, that he'll get the opportunity and that he'll recover fully enough to do it. But here we go. Oh, Ruggiero and Heim both taking the outside, allowing taking the inside, allowing Hemrick to the outside line. Majeski also taking the outside line. Sawalich, and speaking of Garcia, there he is. Jake Garcia in the third row. He could potentially play a little bit of spoiler here, trying to go ahead and upset this one. Connor Zilic, he will restart from the outside of row 4, trying to make something happen. If he can go ahead and make himself if he can get that first win of the weekend, we could potentially see we could see the start of a potential triple. I've been hyping that up as a potentiality that we could see something we have not seen since Kyle Busch 2017 at Bristol. We've only seen one driver ever complete a triple win sweep, and here we go, hitting the restart zone. Green flags out. We are back to racing. Can Zilic be the second? That would be insane if he does it this weekend. One, because that would mean a cup win for the young rookie at 19 years old. That would mean an Xfinity win over SVG, which is not an easy thing to come by, although he has done it before. And it would mean a Truck Series win in a race where he has been mostly irrelevant and has not led a lap yet. But there we go. Through the S's, it looks like Corey Heim is going to clear himself into the lead. I don't think Not Honeycutt. I don't think Zilic is going to have the spot to do it. Did see a little bit of a tire up there. Here comes Zilic popping out of line. And we may have overtime. We may have another overtime on standby. Yes, we do. As Connor Mozak and Garcia go around at the exit of the corner. And the 9 of Infingers in it as well. We are back to yellow flag racing. Alright, here we go. So, yeah, my buddy who's at the track is saying it's getting pretty dark, so they may have to call it due to darkness here. And it's 8 p.m. local time for a track with no lights makes sense. I do think Watkins Glen has better lighting than most, but yep. Bell did make it through the wreckage. He made it through all the way up to 10th place on this short restart. That's insane. The Bells made it through that, but there we go. Alright, so we're continuing this overtime here. So there we go again. We got the 9 car getting towed off here. go. Alright, so again, Corey Heim, he's been out here for a while. Again, he's had a lot of caution periods, number of caution laps to kind of rest the fuel, but again, you just gotta wonder just how far he can go. And again, you've also got drivers on fresh tires getting closer and closer in that mirror. Christopher Bell currently on 5 laps of tires. He's made his way to 9. Could we see further here? Alright, so here we go again. Overtime restarts. We've had I don't know. We have a caution here. Let's see. If we have yet another caution, I think the next one might end it. I'm kind of curious if they haven't put the little timer up to let us know, like, okay, we only have 30 more minutes of dark until we have to end it for darkness. Because, yeah, this truck race is going to run pretty late here. Question is, how late does it go, and do we see another shot at it? This is going to be a pretty good finish, though. We got ourselves potentially a third overtime attempt. Again, it is getting very dark at the track. They could call it at any moment, but as of right now, we are back under the caution flag here. Alright, so there we go. Tracks do not have light, but I do not believe we have used it in recent memory. We used the dark. We haven't used the darkness thing this year, but here we go. So we got 10 minutes. 10-minute clock. I'm going to go ahead and start a 10-minute timer. Give us a little bit of a clock. That way we can kind of keep an eye on it if we do have another quick yellow, or even if if we have another quick yellow. I think that's the only way we end up going beyond 10 minutes. Oh, okay. Cutoff is at 8:05. Okay. I thought they just said we had 10 minutes. Okay, so we got a lot less time than that. So this will be the final restart. Regardless of the outcome here, this restart will be the last one. So the final restart here. Everybody is on the edge of their seats, getting ready to see this one. Again, Heim Hemrick on the front row. Ruggiero and Sawalich row 2. Connor Zillage on the outside of row 3. So Connor Zillage. Zillage is going to try and take the outside of row 3 here. Pace cars off, field in the hands of Heim and Hemrick. Let's see, can the H's lead us to a good green flag finish here? Green flag's out, and we are racing for the final time here at Watkins Glen. Big block down the front straightaway. Oh my gosh, that was a big block. Corey Heim on the inside. He's going to lead him down into turn 1. He gets clear of Hemrick, but he runs wide. Hemrick going to shorten it up on the inside. Hemrick going to battle side by side with Heim. Not going to be able to stick it, though. Heim to the lead. Corey Heim to the race lead. Hemrick falls to second. Ruggiero to third. And a battle is on for fourth. And it looks like we might have had a little bit of tire up there from the 19 there on the exit of the corner. But everybody's looking for that defense into the corner. down into the bus stop again for the final time tonight. Can Daniel Hemrick here get this one done? Sorry, we do have one more lap because of overtime being a green-white checker, but for the there's no further cautions here. If we do get a caution, it ends the race. Connor Zilic doing everything he can to try and get close here. Christopher Bell up to 4th. Christopher Bell on fresh tires is absolutely storming the field here. I don't know if he's going to have enough to get there. He is trying everything. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go. The race will end next time by regardless. And here we go. We've known it for a couple laps now that was going to be the end of the race regardless. But here we go again. Yeah, I'll say right now it's all down to Hemrick. Can Hemrick make a charge to try and contend against the number 11? Onto the back straightaway here. You've got probably one more shot. You have to stay close to him through the bus stop here. All over the back bumper. Here comes the 19 up the inside on the 11. The 19 not able to stay side by side with the 11 through the bus stop, but stays close enough to maybe attack into turn 6 and 7 here as we're coming down to the checkered flag. One more set of corners to go. One more braking zone. Can Corey Heim hold on to it? You've got Daniel Hemrick behind. Hemrick looking to try and make the pass. Up the inside, not going to get there. Corey Heim holds off. And the battle on the outside. Heim is going to get it through 3 and 4. Corey Heim, your race winner. Hemrick will be 2nd. 3rd will be Ruggiero. And Christopher Bell comes across the line in 4th. 5th will be Tyler Ankrum. 6th is going to be Sammy Smith. 7th, Majeski. 8th is where we find Connor Zilic. 9th, Matt Mills. And rounding out your top 10 is Lane Riggs. William Sawalich coming home in the 11th position. 12th place for William Slimp, I believe it is, in the 62. Crafton coming home 13th on the day. Let's go ahead and continue going through the finishing order as we usually do here on the channel. So, sorry, that was Wesley Slimp in the 12th position, driving truck number 62. Matt Crafton coming home in the 13th position. Dawson Sutton 14th. And running out your top 15 is Jake Garcia. After the spin we saw with him, I'm glad to see he actually managed to find the finish. Connor Bozak coming home 16th. Excellent page stopped. So, yeah. But Connor Bozak coming home 16th. Brent Cruz 17th. 18th for Spencer Boyd. 19th, Derek White. After the really rough start Derek White had, he finishes 19th. He gets the top 20 at the end of the day, and Timmy Hill rounding out your top 20. Andres Perez, he gets a 21st place finish, but he does get the fastest lap of the day award, so that'll be an extra point towards eating into that 100 and something point deficit. He will absolutely need a win next week at Richmond if he wants to be a part of the playoffs. I think this was probably his one shot to try and get in. But unfortunately, a spin late just did not allow him to be in that conversation. Chris Buescher was anonymous all day today. I don't remember a single thing Chris Buescher did in this race. Comes home 22nd. 23rd for Grant Enfinger after that late crash. Put him out of the race. 23rd. 24th is Chandler Smith. And rounding out the top 25, we have Gian Buffamant. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that. I'm not going to keep trying. So we went 81 laps as the official was the final distance, and Derek White was the first driver off the lead lap. Okay, I wanted to see if he was a lead lap finisher. Ben Rhodes comes home 26th, 27th for Frankie Muniz, 28th Tanner Gray, 29th Tony Breitinger, and rounding out your top 30 is Ross Chastain, the Melon Man. Then you've got Parker Clearman 31st. 32nd, we've got Rajah Caruth. Jack Wood coming home 33rd. 34th for Caden Honeycutt in his one race with Young's Motorsport in the transition role before he takes over the 52 truck of Stuart Friesen for the remainder of the year. William Lombros and Kyle Busch will round out your 36 truck field. So that was an insanely fun race all the way to the finish. Congratulations to Corey Heim on the race win, and congratulations to all these drivers who took part in this race, because it was honestly a really amazing race, especially down the stretch. So when they actually were able to race, it was great. Yeah, but yeah, there we go. Fourth he wins Watkins Glen. Fourth Truck Series road course win. Most all time for Corey Heim. The most Truck Series road course wins of all time. Granted, they have a lot more of them now versus the 1-0 that they used to have, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy this live stream, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams, and I will be back probably tomorrow for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, so hopefully I'll see you guys here. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next video, live stream, whatever you guys have to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and good